I hate the type of niggas that are like, oh, well, she said she was 18. She lied about her age. Well, hey, maybe, just maybe, at your big and grown age, you shouldn't have been going after 18-year-olds anyway. And then these niggas want to be like, oh, why? Because if you can't tell the difference between a 14-year-old and an 18-year-old, number one, that's a sign that your taste is a little too young. And number two, the fact that you would still want to fuck someone who is 18 but looks 14, or is 14 but can somehow, some way, pretend to be 18. I'm just saying, you are fucking disgusting. Like, oh, really? You thought that girl with fucking silly bands and braces, you thought that she was 18? Why the fuck would she want an 18-year-old anyway? Like, that's someone who's just barely out of high school. You can't take them to a bar for a drink. You can't take them to most events and social, like, places. Even if someone was 18, it's like, you mean to tell me you saw someone wearing, like, shitty ass mom jeans with, like, sunflowers sewn into them and a Justice t shirt? Or, like, you saw an 18-year-old wearing a crop top that said Taco Tuesday with pigtails? Like, there's so much wrong with you. I'll put it this way: do not try to have sex with people where, like, they don't have a credit score. They don't know what taxes are or the first thing about filing them. They can't work any job that is not Target or McDonald's. Don't have sex with a person where if you get them pregnant, you feel like you have to flee across the fucking state. Or kill yourself, or kill them to hide the fact that you got them pregnant. And the answer is not to make ephebophilia legal. No, the answer is to simply uncondition your mind to think that it's totally fine to want to fuck kids. Stop trying to fuck kids. Like, how do I put this? There's so many grown and sexy women out here, and the whole thing about the wall with women is not true. Especially in the modern day, like, so many women are hot as fuck in their 30s and they look like they're in their 20s. There are women in their 40s who look like they're in their 30s. Skincare, hair care, makeup, all that has really, like, gotten better. So it's not like you turn 30 and suddenly you're just some old fucking rotten nona. Like, it's cool. Your 20s are just like lit as fuck. You're learning, you're doing things, and you're becoming an adult, as you should. And it's like, that's a fun age to fuck around and find out. Absolutely. And we get to be young, sexy, and free. Like, okay, 20 and up, okay. The 30s, that's flirty 30, dirty 30. You get to do all that you wanted to in your 20s, but now you have all the money in the world. Your life is more settled. You probably went to therapy, all that. Why would you go out of your way for someone who is not at any of those fun stages? Someone naive, stupid as fuck, and and we know the answer. The answer is you want to mold somebody. You're a pedophile. You like the idea of, like, ooh, I can get someone young, and then as I age, they will age slower than I do. Like, that's how dudes will be like 55 with a girlfriend who's like 30. It's because they're fucking creeps who go for the really young ones. And then they never, like, and then it's usually just the worst men. I'll put it this way: it's usually rarely ever men who actually make the women's lives better. Like, even if it's a financially stable man, usually it's like weaponized therapy speak, or mental abuse, or financial restraints, because the girls were so young that they didn't know, like, oh shit, what do you mean? Like, it's not normal for me to have to ask him to pay for every little thing, and that he can just take away my allowance or my food anytime he wants because he's the breadwinner. It's like they were never taught financial literacy. They didn't really pass it's like you just got out of high school. There's a lot you don't know. So you're at a higher risk of, like, financial abuse, where you're gonna, like, do you know how many young ladies I've met where they end up moving in with a guy and then they're trapped because it's like the guy was like, hey, just live with me and I'll pay every bill. But then it's like, okay, but then she doesn't have a credit score, doesn't know how to file taxes, apply for an apartment, all that. He's paying all the bills and then giving her nothing, so she's just stuck at home. And when he says fuck, fuck. When he says get out, get out. If he cheats, you can't leave. Like, and it's like, it's the young women being trapped in these situations. I also speak from experience myself. One incident, but that was during the pandemic, and even then, not fun. And I'll just say it. I remember I met this one 29-year-old who went for only 18-year-olds, and I was so happy when he said he had been cheated on by all of them. And he even tried to allude that I cheated on him. I was like, nigga, we had one date and you were fucking terrible during it. And you repeatedly attempted negging on me, and I don't like you. Me fucking someone else after one date with you where I already knew I didn't want to have a second one is not cheating. You're an idiot who sucks at trying to be emotionally abusive. But also, even if the ladies did cheat on, or the girls that cheated on him, you fucking deserve it. You're a weirdo, and specifically going after like young girls who are emotionally immature and looking for like fun. And you're shocked that it's like, oh shit, like that they can clock, oh, this dude's not fun. He's actually a drain on my youthful energy. I'm gonna fuck off and go find a rich nigga, or a better nigga, or any other man, or someone my own age who has more than you in terms of looks, money, mental health, and more. Like, these pedophiles out here are so demented. Like I remember the shit that was like peddled to us so young had me panicking at 17 because I thought, oh shit, once I turn 18, I'm gonna be spoiled rotten goods. I'm gonna be no longer desired by most of the world. But then I just realized it just means I get sexually harassed less by people who see me as like a vulnerable girl sitting at a bus stop who doesn't know anywhere aside from like the same little four restaurants she checks out in her hometown. Like, doesn't know how to drive, doesn't know how to do shit. I like, it's like those creepy experiences have gone down because niggas know it's like, oh shit, this is a grown woman wearing stilettos walking down the street. She knows what she wants, and she will not tolerate anything less. And so the creeps will still try to go for young girls. I remember this creepy dude on the bus. Hell, circling back to my very first point in this video, he was like, I was on the bus. I had my cute little blue wig on and a cute little sundress outfit, all that. And an old geezer was talking to me. And at some point, he asked my age. I said, oh, and I forget what I told him. I think at the time I was like, oh, I'm 23, 24. He was like, oh, wow, really? Shit, I thought you were like 15 or something, like 15, 16. I was like, oh. And that was weird because early in the conversation he was flirty. Like, and it's like, ew. And you want to know what happened next? That nigga kept trying to talk to me, and then he also tried to ask for my phone number because he thought he had a chance. This fucking 75-year-old, thick plaque like a brick on his teeth man was really hoping I was a teenage girl so that he could hopefully convince me to settle for him. Like, I remember as a teenage girl, I would be walking home from my job when I was like 14, 15, and I get it, I was tall, I was beautiful, all that, but you could still mostly, like, how do I put this? Even though I looked older for my age for a lot of reasons, looking back on photos, you would still see the plumpness in my cheekbones and like the certain fashion I wore and the makeup and all that, and you'd be like, that is a young lady. Like, just because I think that she could make a looks like a very beautiful 17, 18 does not change the fact that she is only 14 years old. And I remember the way old niggas would try to like guilt trip me and approach me like, ooh, would you ever consider going out with a simple old man like me? And I would look niggas dead in the face like, no. And then they'd be like, oh, okay. And then and like the amount of times old creepy dudes tried to get mad at me from ages like fucking 12 even. Yeah, as young as 12. All the way to 18 because I didn't want to give their fucking weird asses a chance. Like, kill yourself. I don't know what to say. That's all I gotta say. But as I said before, if you see someone in public and you're like, damn, that chick looks like she's 15. Wait a minute, she's of legal age? Even better. I'm gonna try to fuck her. You're creepy. You're creepy. There's something wrong with you and you need to get that worked out. Bye.